So what we want to do is want to play exactly what Stephen A. Smith had to say here about why he believes LeBron really decided to do a show with JJ Redick, and I want to come back and continue on the show. Take a listen to Stephen A. Smith right here.
First of all, major props and congratulations to LeBron James. I'm dead serious about this. Because if you remember, I'm not going to be hypocritical here. There's 1,000 times I've talked about the genius and the brilliance of these basketball players. It's a LeBron James one day. It's a Kevin Durant another day. It's a Steph Curry another day. It's a Chris Paul another day. It's a James Harden another day. The list goes on and on. The NBA is rife with brilliant, brilliant basketball minds. And their problem is they're so damn sensitive most of the time. And they're so dismissive and aloof because they're not talking to somebody they consider on their level. They don't want to talk about it as opposed to taking an opportunity to actually teach the game. Now LeBron has put his words, his bravado, his stature, his money, figuratively speaking, where his mouth is. He is showing you right there elements of the game that the average basketball fan can't possibly think about or see because we're fixated on a finished product as opposed to the nuances surrounding the game, what goes into it, and what ultimately leads to success. But having said all of that, let me be the first to say, LeBron James was a little bit slick here too. Brilliantly slick, I might add. Because he could have had that conversation on uninterrupted. He could have been talking to Maverick Carter. He could have been talking to Rich Paul. He could have been talking to his crew of boys. But he chose to do this with JJ Redick. Who is JJ Redick? One of the great shooters in the history of the game, who had a 15-year-plus career in the NBA, who is now a color commentator, a part of the A-team with Mike Breen and Doris Burke on ABC and ESPN games, who's also a contributor to my daytime job, First Take, along with other shows, not to mention the fact he's got his own podcast, The Old Man and the Three, which is very popular. So what happens is when you get with somebody like a JJ who knows the game, who's a brilliant basketball mind, but can be a bit truculent or acerbic at times when somebody he believes is ignorant is in his face talking about the game, to have a voice like that serves LeBron in a multitude of ways because it provides him cover from the regular discourse that would serve to criticize or sully his name in any way because he don't want to do it. He believes that's beneath him. So he got with somebody that'll do it for him. Not to say that's what JJ signed on for, not to say that's what JJ is about. I'm just saying that JJ knows the game, and he is quick to check anybody who thinks they know stuff they don't know about the game of basketball. It's a brilliant move on LeBron James' part. Very slick, and it will work like heaven against everybody except me. It won't work. When you go out on that wing and you jacking up shots you don't need to jack up, or you're hesitant about getting to the free throw line, or you choosing to shoot a fall away jump shot instead of taking it to the hole and being that man amongst boys that you are, JJ ain't gonna be able to help you there, no matter what he says. But it is a brilliant idea, and everybody should want to watch JJ Redick with LeBron James.
So you heard what Stephen A. Smith had to say about why he believes that JJ did that. LeBron did that. So essentially he's saying that LeBron did it from a strategic standpoint to have someone in the media to basically cover his behind and argue on his behalf. Now, is there truth to this? Well, 100% there is truth to this. Why is there truth to this? Because we already know people in media that are already essentially put there to do that. I'll give you some examples. Nick Wright, Shannon Sharpe, some others that I can't think of. Some people say, but how do you say Nick Wright? Well, Doug Gottlieb on Fox Sports Radio revealed that Nick Wright is a Clutch Sports, represented by Clutch Sports. I don't think I need to say anything else beyond that. And you have others out there to do that. So it's not something that, oh my God, I can't really picture that. Really? Could that happen? Of course it could happen, right? So we have that, and we have examples of this that already exist. In terms of JJ Redick coming to the defense of LeBron, listen, by the way, so he mentioned that point. There's another point. Draymond Green recently came out there and was basically complaining about how he wasn't able to get LeBron on his show. But instead, LeBron decided to partner up with JJ Redick, but he's been on Uninterrupted, the shop or whatever it is. So Draymond was like, he feels a type of way about it, blah, 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 blah. Let me give you guys the reason why I believe LeBron chose JJ Redick over a Draymond Green. To me, it's a no-brainer if I'm LeBron. Number one, JJ Redick is on a big platform every single day on ESPN. So you have someone that's going to be able to speak on your behalf to the masses on a daily basis. And of course, he covers NBA games. So that's the first thing. Draymond is not there. He's an athlete who has a podcast. That's number one. Number two, JJ Redick is more articulate than Draymond Green in terms of expressing his ideas. That's the bloody fact of the matter. And if I had someone arguing on my behalf, if I had to choose between a lawyer, one that could argue properly and make sound arguments in court versus another one who may know the information but can't really put on a good case for me, then I'm going to go with the other one. So there's a no-brainer there. I don't think there should be any emotional component of it. I think that if Draymond Green looks at the situation dispassionately, he'll be able to come to that conclusion rather quickly. Anybody else looking at the situation should be able to figure this out rather quickly. JJ Redick is better at expressing his views than Draymond Green. Simple, period, end of story. Now, if you feel any type of way about it, that's up to you.